We've seen so many trees down here in Savannah, but few of them are as bad as this one, which came down and crashed over this house yesterday when Matthew came through. You can hear it rattling in the wind. Police arrived on scene at this McDonald's near Savannah Mall on Abercorn Street to find 15-year-old George Akins Jr. shot to death inside. A former Darien police officer says he was fired for dating a woman of a different skin color. Police told us they would not be speaking about whether or not they saw the dip in applications as a result of the demerger. Neighbors tell me this stop sign is brand new. It was just put in yesterday. They say when the tornado swept through, it took the old sign and its post up 50 feet and got stuck at the top of a pine tree. Although Commissioner Holmes says his first choice will always be to keep the Boys and Girls Club here on Charlton Street, he says he would be okay with moving it somewhere nearby. We're already starting to see the early stages of this storm with lightning behind me. You can also hear the thunder. Packing your beach bag with any sort of medication containing lidocaine. Starting at 11 a.m., you have to pay to park for a public library. Then they took a picture of the interaction with their phones. They posted the picture onto Snapchat, and that's when DNR says someone found the picture. Even if someone's disability limits them from riding one of these horses, one of the easiest ones to start off with is a ball python. These Olympians in training are not only having fun today, but they're learning about sports they may not have heard of before. So no kid ended up with a bike that was too big, or in this case, way too small. Reporting in Savannah, Ian Dembling. Fox 28, News at 10.
He was quite persistent, and I'll always be there, very thankful for that.
It's a love story that began on opposite sides of the world. He lived in Australia. She lived in Georgia. They met over email through a mutual friend. Those emails turned to phone calls.
It was really hard to understand him over the phone, though, at first because of his accent. He was so Australian.
3 years ago, they met in person. When she went to visit him in Australia, he proposed.
We both waited our entire lives to meet the right person and get married, and we got married in our 50s.
They moved to Savannah less than a year ago, and in May, Kevin opened up a business on Broughton Street. Carrie says it didn't take long for Kevin to become a part of the community.
And he got to know a lot of the people in the squares that would be there every day that might be in a wheelchair, down on their luck. And he got to know them. They all know him by name.
On Wednesday night, the unthinkable happened.
We were walking home down East Wahlberg all the way from the park, and somebody came up behind us, but Kevin saw him and heard him before me, and he pushed me to the side.
It was then, police say, someone shot Kevin and then took off. Kevin died on the way to the hospital.
His last words in the ambulance were, "I want to talk to my wife," so it just breaks my heart that I wasn't there with him when he actually passed away.
Tomorrow would have been the couple's one-year wedding anniversary. Reed says instead of celebrating, she will be planning for her husband's memorial service. Police say they are still looking for at least 3 men in connection to the shooting. Reed is begging the community to give police any information.
No matter what they do now, it's not going to bring Kevin back, but maybe it will stop another wife from having to lose her husband the way I have.
Tonight, Kevin's brother and sister arrive in Savannah from Australia for Wednesday's memorial service. In Savannah, Ian Dembling, Fox 28, News at 10.
You're too good at hide and seek.
Every day at the Laracy house is a day full of giggles. But on Fridays, 2-year-old Harper Grace gets antsy. Her best friend Sandy is coming over. It just so happens Sandy is also her trash collector.
We love Mr. Sandy. We probably started this whole process this summer. We had thought maybe he was hot, right? And wanted a bottle of water.
Harper's mom, Tori, says after water came snacks, since Harper loves to share. This, of course, caught Mr. Sandy off guard.
A lot of communities that I've been to, I've spoke to a few people but never had any interactions with them. Whereas with Harper and her family, I, get to get out and speak to them, have brief conversations, and they thank me every time like it's the first time, every time.
Tori says her favorite bonding moment was a few months ago.
She had said that she went to the donut shop, and then she mentioned that she loves sprinkled donuts specifically, and it was probably about 20 minutes we heard the trash truck coming back, and he had 2 sprinkled donuts from our donut shop. So I just think he's just the sweetest person.
I believe in you reap what you sow. If I, show a positive attitude, I will be able to get friendly people to come to me in return.
For most of 2016, Sandy says he was unemployed after being laid off from his job at Memorial Hospital. He says being a truck driver is not all he aspires to be in life, but for right now, he's just trying to make the most of it.
Wherever God has for me in life, I want to be able to still have interactions with her, because Harper and her family are some very nice people.
And the Laracy family agrees. They hope for everyone this new year can be a selfless one.
And I think we can learn a lot from a toddler and Sandy, Mr. Sandy. And I just think it would just be so nice if everybody just took a little time just to be kind.
In Bloomingdale, Ian Dembling, Fox 28, News at 10.